guys, and welcome to the last day of Vlogmas. Can you believe it? I know I've been absolutely terrible vlogger for Vlogmas, and I'm really sorry about that. Maybe you guys enjoyed the few vlogs I did put up. Hopefully it was worth it. I know obviously I didn't do it every day because I had exams. I'm sorry. Today I am going to be riding Fiona and I'm going to jump her. Exciting. And I'm going to be lunging Katie over race trotting poles, so it'll be interesting to see how she finds that because she's never done it before. Well, not that I know of anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to set up the trotting poles now. Hello little ponies. Hello Katie. Jack, don't. Jack is very bold and gets very jealous when other horses get food. So Katie is tacked up and ready to be lunged. Hopefully we can get her working nice and long and low. See if she'll settle into it. Good girl. So I've just moved the top of the training aid onto the side of the roller because she was just being very tight and her neck was very high and round. But now you can see already she's starting to realise that she can stretch down. And I go over the poles because when they go over the pole, they tend to look down at the pole. And then in doing that, they realise, oh wait, I can stretch down. This is nice. So it just is another tool to help them realise they can stretch down. Good girl. And I guess them slowing down and thinking about what they're doing. Good girl. So she's still trying to turn her head to the outside a little bit, like she was yesterday. So she's just kind of settling into it. Obviously I would like her a lot lower and throw her back a bit more, but this is the very start, so we'll see if she improves at all. You see, when I'm videoing and not being able to work her properly, she tends to put her head out to the outside. See how she's starting to stretch now? Good. Very good. Good girl. So now you can see we're doing the trotting poles. She finds them quite hard. Good girl. It took her a couple of times to figure them out. It was very funny. And then the minute she realised this is the easiest way to do it, she's just been doing it like this every time. Very good girl. Good girl. So she just likes to trot around with her head to the outside of the circle, like really turned away from me. So I taught her what pressure of the whip at her shoulder means. Because that means to move away from me with her shoulder, and in doing that I can put contact on with the lunge rope and then turn her head towards me. Because before she had her head to the outside, but she would come into the circle. Come on. She would come into the circle, so I wasn't able to have a contact with the lunge rope in order to get an inside bend. So yeah, it was all just a few things in combination. So teaching her what the whip meant at the shoulder really helped. So now she's like basically straight. She could still at times, if I like now, because I'm filming, I only have one hand and it's very hard to keep her working correctly. So that's why the clips that I take are never at her best. She always does much better work when I'm not videoing. This is with all the horses I lunge. But anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go over the trotting poles now in the right rein. So while Katie is eating her feed, I'm gonna set up the bounces for Fiona. Go back. Good girl. Yes, girl. So I set up the bounces now. They're nice and small just for the very start, while I warm her up. I think Fiona's getting very bored of flat work and how hard it is, I think, as well. So that's why jumping, she loves doing, and bounces like this are really good for building up muscle, but I think it's slightly more fun for her than just, you know, cantering around, transitions, pull work. So I think it'd be a nice like change. I don't think it's good for any horse just to do one thing all the time. Like dressage horses, I see some dressage riders sometimes do pull work and even jumping sometimes just to switch things up a bit. I think and same with jumpers, if you just jump the same thing all the time, the horse will get bored. So that's why I think it's good just to switch things up a bit. Even though she is in dressage boot camp, we'll do a few days of jumping. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm justifying me jumping because I love jumping and I find it really hard not to do it. Rightio, I'm gonna put Katie out now and then get Fiona. See you, Katie. Here you go, Fiona.
Boys and girls, just let you know, these are all Holly's fans. Everyone, they come out to watch her jump all the time. These are all the fans of Holly. Just run over them.
Oh my gosh, she wants to move. So I thought I'd do a voiceover for this ride just because I know you guys will have a lot of questions and probably theories yourselves. So I just thought I'd clear things up. So if you watched Fiona's progress video, you know that she used to rear a lot. So the last few days before this, I've been doing flat work. I've been doing quite hard flat work, especially for her, because she's still quite weak. She's still building muscle. And like, you know yourself, if you were in the gym working very hard for the last 4 days, would you feel like working very hard again? No, not really. So my mistake today was doing another day of arena work. I really should have lunged or hacked or done something fun. I actually was planning to show jump, but unfortunately I couldn't tell her that. She doesn't know that. So she thought this was going to be another day of hard flat work. And she said, no thank you. And you can see there, I asked her to go forward and she just jams on the brakes and rears. And I can't get her to go forward. I ask her to go forward with my leg. There's no hope. So I got the schooling whip just because I would lightly tap her if she stopped. And then I could keep tapping her even when she reared, because I can't keep using my leg to get her to go forward when she rears because I'm trying to hold on. So that way she's kind of learning that when she rears, she can get away from the pressure, which isn't something I want her to learn, because I don't want her to just rear every time she doesn't feel like doing something. So yeah, you can see there I just tapped her through that, and then once she starts going forward, all the pressure relaxes. I'm not even really putting much pressure on the reins because I just want her to go forward. At this point I did regret riding her, but I couldn't just get down either, because then I would be teaching her that if she doesn't want to do something, she can just rear and she can just do whatever she wants then. And unfortunately, she has a great life. She sits in the field all day. She can do whatever she wants for 23 hours of the day, but 1 hour she needs to cooperate, and I don't think that's too much to ask. And she usually doesn't mind. She usually loves her work. Today she was sore and sick of doing flat work, which is ironic because I knew this was going to happen, because I said it at the start of the video that I think she's sick of doing flat work, and yeah, guess what, she was. So I started pointing her at jumps because I know she loves jumping and she will always go forward to jumps. So I just stayed off her back, loose rein, pointing her at the bounces. And if you are muscle stiff and if you kind of work through it and warm up a little bit, it goes away. You don't feel stiff anymore and you don't feel sore anymore. So I did these bounces a few times, and then at the end of the ride I do flat work again, and you can see she's like a completely different horse by the end. She's like back to her normal self. So it wasn't like, you know, saddle pain or anything like that. She was purely just stiff. So tomorrow she'll get a day off. The next day she'll do a lunge. The following day she'll do a hack, and then we'll do a bit of flat work again. She just needed a break from this. She was just sick of doing it. And I don't blame her. I was kind of sick of doing flat work too. So you can see there, like, she's so keen to jumps. She doesn't mind jumping at all. It's purely just she didn't want to work hard on the flat because she's still quite weak. She's only just building muscle now. She has a lot of problem with straightness, so I was really working on getting her straight, especially on the right rein. And I could kind of see this coming. Yesterday she was a little bit sticky. She wasn't rearing, but she was a bit sticky, which is why I was like, oh god, we should really jump today. But yeah, as I was saying, she didn't know we were gonna jump. So then I just put up the bounces a little bit, just because I knew she felt so good then at this stage. Like I knew she wasn't gonna have any issues with it, so I thought, oh, we'll just stick it up. We'll do it once in each rein, and then we'll leave her. So you can see she's very happy to come down to these bounces. Not a bother in the world. She's so careful. And again, I'm not really working too much on her shape or anything like that. I would have been, but at this stage I was just happy for her to go forward and for her to be willing and keen, because I want her to want to work, because if she doesn't want to work, I can't make her. So here I'm just trotting around at the end, doing another bit of flat work. You can see she's soft, she's moving forward, her ears are flicking back and forth, she's listening to me, she's happy, she's relaxed, because she's warmed up now. She's not stiff anymore, she's happy. And yeah, so she's a very good girl. So it's just a bit unfortunate that I rode her today. I really should have been smarter about it. I forget as well that she hasn't been ridden every day consistently since the summer, because I've been in college, so I've been only riding her 3 days a week kind of thing, and they're spread out, so she gets a lot of rest days in between. She's not used to working 4 days in a row of hard flat work, so it was quite different for her. And although she's feeling stronger and she's feeling better than she's ever felt, I need to remember that she's still weak and she's still a baby. So that was an interesting ride on good old Fiona. Don't give me any advice, critique. I have trainers and I can't trust that advice from an anonymous YouTube account on my comments will be good advice, so I think it would be irresponsible for me to take your advice if you put it in the comments. I hope you understand. So yes, but as you can see, when she started jumping, she was like a different horse. I was nearly having to hold her back. I was needing to hold her back. She was like so forward. And then she had a lovely trot at the end. I haven't seen it on video, but it felt gorgeous. And Dad said it looked really good. And he always says that she looks horrible. So if he says it looks good, then it must have been good. She's finally starting to like track up and be all loose in the trot, and it feels so good. Anyway, my battery is about to die, so I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm just going to go up, we're going to do some Christmas shopping. Yes, it's Christmas Eve and I'm doing Christmas shopping, but you know what, that's fine. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the Vlogmas. God, it's the last one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!